This is a Fox 17 severe weather alert.
We have severe weather coming tomorrow and winter weather tonight. So a very busy next 30 hours for us here in West Michigan. Right now it is kind of the calm before the storm, so to speak, with temperatures that are ranging from the low 40s for Big Rapids and Greenville to the middle 40s for South Haven and Benton Harbor. We all are now starting to pick up some breezier winds as well, either out of the east or the southeast. And this southeast wind direction is going to be very important leading into tomorrow for our severe weather potential, because a southeast wind at the surface, a warm front and a low pressure system coming through enhances the chance for those damaging gusts and the potential for a tornado. This big low pressure system and warm front is what's going to be the major driver of the forecast. But before that warm front even gets to us, we're going to have what's happening across Minnesota and Iowa, which is light rain transitioning to snow. And there is a winter weather advisory for Oceana, Newaygo, Mecosta and Montcalm counties through early tomorrow morning to account for some snow accumulation with this first batch of precip and maybe some glazing of ice. So there could be a few areas here for the very early morning commute north of Grand Rapids that are going to be impacted by the wintry mix. But for the rest of us, with our temperatures right around 33 or 34, we should be mostly rain or freezing rain, but that nasty wintry mix will be falling from around midnight through 5 or 6 a.m. before we transition back over to rain and thunderstorms. So initially we'll start out with that wintry mix. Thunderstorms possible between around noon and midnight, and some of these could be severe during that time frame. We may see multiple rounds of storms with all hazards possible. So this will be different than Sunday in that we have a much larger window of time for any of these severe thunderstorms to occur. The best environment is farther to the south, where there's actually a moderate risk issued, a level 4 out of 5. We're a level 3 out of 5 though for West Michigan, which is still pretty significant. Looks like damaging winds still remain the primary hazard, but our chances for a spin-up tornado, the environment for that is increasing. So it's worth mentioning that tornado is still a secondary threat at this point in time. Wind is going to be the main threat, but we can't count that out at all because the environment will be potentially significant for that. So here's the snow that starts to roll in. It is much heavier for our northern counties, which is why that's winter weather advisory is there. Very quickly though, it takes over with the heavy rain and even a couple of general thunderstorms between 8:30 and noon. This is not going to be the main event, but we could see even through noontime those rumbles of thunder. We may get a few breaks in the action through around 4 p.m., but don't let your guard down. That's going to be energizing the atmosphere, and that will set the stage for another round of lines of thunderstorms between 8 p.m. and midnight. These will primarily have wind as the main hazard, but there could be a few spin-up tornadoes in there as well. Most of this not exiting until we get to about midnight Thursday. Thankfully, after that, everything is very quiet for a couple of days, but this is going to be a major system that we'll have to be watching and make sure that you're keeping up with updates to the forecast.